Morning! Happy Saturday! Cartoons are on, cereal's up. Today, from Quaker, Quaker Harvest Crunch Apple Crumble, which I'm guessing is kind of like having an apple crumble for dessert, but without the ice cream. And by the way, this is made in Canada, made in Canada, made in Canada, made in Canada. There are no ingredients here from that country that is beneath us, and there never will be again. We shun that. And incidentally, you got to be careful with Quaker because some do import and some don't. So read your labels carefully, my Canadian friends. Anyway, here's Quaker Harvest Crunch Apple Crumble flavor. Let's see how this goes.
How's the bird supposed to get any sleep around here? What do they think I am, a night owl?
Yep, I'm getting the apple.
What's so funny?
Okay.
Oh.
Oat milk for health. Canadian oat milk.
You come in for one? Thanks, Betty. But it's sort of late. We told Mrs. Flintstone we'd be home early.
Yeah, we can't get the babysitter mad. Well, good night, Bonnie.
And away we go.
Good night, Betty.
Good night, Fred. Good night, Betty. Good night, Wilma. Good night, Barney.
Good night, Wilma.
Good night already. Gee.
Did you have fun bowling tonight, sweetheart?
Yes, I did, Fred.
Mmm.
Say, would you carry my bowling ball? I really got
It's very dense, it's very heavy, just like Quaker Harvest Crunch always is. And it's also very sweet, like Quaker Harvest Crunch always is. In fact, I think this would be a great thing to sprinkle onto some ice cream. Some Canadian ice cream. It's a variation on the familiar Quaker Harvest Crunch, and if you like that, you'll like this.
Nice and slow.
Yes, sir. Nice and slow. One,
Okay,
two,
He's gone,
good
Fred.
stuff.
3, 4, 5.
You ever think about the Flintstones?
Police.
I do.
I promise him
And I think there are three possibilities. One, they just didn't know any better. They didn't know their paleontology and their prehistory well enough to understand that men and dinosaurs never existed at the same time. Ignorance. Innocent ignorance. Two, they knew perfectly well that that was impossible and it never happened, but they did it anyway because it's just a cartoon and who cares? It's fun to have a pet dinosaur.
Flintstone. Operator.
Or three,
Police.
a darker possibility has recently entered my mind. And this is going to sound paranoid, but bear with me for a second.
By the time they
The
get there,
Flintstones might be deliberate creationist propaganda. Do I sound like a nut bar? I do, but hear me out. They need to indoctrinate kids at a very, very young age by giving them a colorful cartoon and making them think that the Earth is only 6,000 years old. The creationist doctrine. Of course, men and dinosaurs had to exist at the same time. This is the young Earth.
Fred, I just meant that, well, like
Now,
you said,
of those three things, I actually believe it's the second one.
Come on, say it if I hadn't.
Of course, they understood.
Flintstone.
The danger, however, is that a lot of people confused it for thinking that men and dinosaurs existed at the same time.
Thinks I was afraid.
Oh well,
I'm gonna crown you with this
that's the American population for you. So easily convinced.
Fred.
And by the way,
I'm too much of a
I can't shun all things American. Of course I can't. All of my favorite art and pop art comes out of the United States. It always has. Film, television, music. My favorite novelists are American. I can't get around it. So please understand that I will shun products as thoroughly as I can. And it's not the American population at large. You do understand that, don't you? We're all still friends. It's one man. It's one ugly, thoughtless man at the center of all of this.
get a good look at the guy.
Let the record state.
Voice. It was mean.
In the meantime,
And the way he said, nice
eat Canadian.
slow, see? That's the way to do it. My wife thinks thinks I'm a coward, officer, for not offering any...
See you next time.
Boy, that's silly.